And Moscow says its proposals on how to resume Ukrainian grain exports were, quote, largely supported by negotiators taking part in talks in Istanbul. It's believed all parties are close to reaching an agreement. Russia, Ukraine, Turkey and the United Nations are due to sign a deal next week to unlock the shipments which have been severely hampered by the conflict in Ukraine. The blockade has sent grain prices soaring and is stoking a global food crisis. And John Gambrell joins us live from Lviv. John, report. Let's take a look there.
Yeah, right now what we have is what appears to be a preliminary deal between Turkey, the United Nations, Russia, as well as Ukraine to find a way to reopen routes safely in the Black Sea so commercial ships can come up to the port of Odessa, where there's some 22 million tons of grain that have been stuck there, pick up this grain, and then carry it back out to a hungry world. Now, as of today, this comment by the Russian Defense Ministry is actually the first remarks that we've heard since the initial meeting broke up in Istanbul. But the Ukrainians and the United Nations had basically signaled that it seemed like there was a possible deal at play. Now, next week, they will meet again formally in Istanbul to agree to this formally. And what it would have is a command center set up in Istanbul that would have UN, Russian, as well as Ukrainian forces and Turkish officials there to organize this, to make sure that these ships could come in safely. The Russians had raised concerns that the Ukrainians had mined the waters around the ports. The Ukrainians have denied that and instead said that the Russians were trying to choke off and basically had blockaded these ports to stop the flow of grain. And as you said, this is incredibly crucial because the longer that these foodstuffs can't get out to the global market, the more likely that we are to see even more increases in global food prices.
And thanks for that. John Gambrell explained to us what's the latest on attempts to resume grain exports out of Ukraine's seaports.